into the modern way, trying to be somebody I'm not, but it's not what I want. Tell me there's another way. All of the lights I chased and now faded. All the cheap pills were only time wasted. Tell me why society's playing shit to find who I am. Surely there's a higher way. All of my best friends are sick of pretending. We want the truth. So much is missing, so give us the real thing. I know it's you. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. I don't want a stereotype to decide who I am. They never knew me anyway. I'm over trying to find the next hype, cause I never last. I'ma go another way. All of the lights I chased and now faded. Till it was right, the times they are changing. Tell me why society should define who I am. Surely there's a higher way. All of my best friends are sick of pretending. We want the truth. So much is missing, so give us the real thing. I know it's you. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. All of my best friends are sick of pretending. We want the truth. So much is missing, so give us the real thing. I know it's you. I know all of my best friends. Come on. We want the truth. So much is missing. And I know it's you. And I know it's you.
Father's endless mercy prepared a table for me. How can it even be? You send your son down to save me. No other name will I praise but yours. No other name will I praise but yours. Jesus,
2, 1,
We are live.
We're very live.
We are very live.
We're very live. I know it feels a bit weird because you can't hear yourself.
I did think that. I was like, Ellis.
Yeah, no,
Is
you're
this
on.
alright?
I
It's
mean,
working.
if you scream, you're on, right?
Did
Just
you
comment
see
if
me
you
peer
can-
at my...
If you can hear.
my
So
little
basically,
light?
I know it looks a little different. We've still got the oil drums and the TVs.
Hey!
Because
Very
we're going to try something
aesthetically
different tonight,
pleasing.
aren't we, Tone?
We are.
We're trying something a little bit spicy.
And I think you are going to actually love it.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see how it goes.
Yeah, I think so too. Can somebody bring me the gunge at some
Oh.
point? So obviously last week we had gunge, somebody got gunged, this week somebody's going to get gunged again. So make sure you stay until the end to watch the gunging.
So
Now,
gross.
the way that this is going to work, right, is we're going to be playing Fall Guys, which is a really popular game right now. And I don't know what this music is, but I need to change it in a minute.
It's a bit of a funny vibe, isn't it?
So we're going to play Fall Guys, and the way it's going to work is we're split into 2 teams. So we've got Tony's team, and then we have Lexi's team. Right? And so Fall Guys works on like eliminations and qualifying. And when none of us are pros, so we're probably not going to win. But the way it works is every time somebody qualifies, they win a point for their team. Okay? So if Tony's playing Fall Guys and she gets through the first round,
Come on.
that's 1 point. If she gets through the second round, that's 2 points plus the 1 point before, that's 3 points total. And it doubles. So there's
okay.
1 point for the first round, 2 points for second, 4 points for the third round, 8 points for fourth round.
So don't
and
be
16
surprised
points for
when
fifth
I've
round.
got like 100 points.
Yes.
Because I'm actually going to be so good at this game.
So insane. So, what we're going to do is we're going to get Fall Guys up. Now, we also have Pete Phelan playing with us.
Hey! Shout out to Pete!
So, we're sorry that we couldn't find a way to get him. We couldn't get his voice, basically. I'm not smart enough. So, if you know anything about streaming, help me out.
Help me
But,
out. Hook me up.
Pete's going to be playing with us as we play Fall Guys. So, Z has done a great job of setting that up. Z, once you can come sit. And Avalash, once you get Fall Guys up on the screen, right, and if you click on the Fall Guys app, it's the bottom right. There we go.
Come on.
Right. So,
Look at that groovy dude.
Avalash, can you try and invite Pete for me? If you hit P to invite players.
I'm actually so excited about this.
Yeah.
My team, are you ready? Come on. Hear that?
Yeah, I think your team are pretty.
I think they're ready.
So, hopefully, you guys can see us in the bottom right corner, right? Yeah. So if you, we got Pete in, right? If you close that, Avalash. Right. Okay. So Avalash, you can move back to your team.
We're gonna win.
Right. The question is, who gets to go first?
Oh, that's a good question.
Who gets to go first? Who gets to go first? I think Z. Z.
Hey!
All right. So before you start, just wiggle the controller a little bit. There we go. So basically, here's the. Ooh, look at you guys spinning.
Sweet swoon. Look at
Okay,
that.
so
That looks like
way
a
that
victory
this
dance.
works- Hang on, let me try and sort something here. Hang on. I'm gonna do an absolute madness. Hang on.
Come on, Ellis, you
I'm
got
gonna fix
it.
this because I'm so good at internet. And this is just part of. This is just part of it, isn't it? This is part of it. Right, that should be working. We might have lost the camera. I'm gonna put the camera in with my amazing skills. You're getting an
this.
insight into all
Behind
of
the
the remixes.
scenes.
All
At
the
Extraordinary.
all the behind the scenes. Okay.
Look at this skill.
I got this. I feel like I'm just gonna get eliminated.
No, it's not the good. That's not
All
a
right,
good
try
attitude.
that. Is that working? It will probably take us about 10 seconds to see. So, the way this game works is obstacle courses. So, your guys' challenge is to try and beat everyone else. Now, the way it works is you press A to jump,
Right.
X to dash,
Dash.
and RT, this little back trigger here, to grab on. Now, it's your job to make sure you
Grab
qualify
on.
and you beat the other players. Z, why don't we
What's
give
X?
it a little go? Let's do this. Okay, we're getting into queue.
Don't
Now, Tony's team, you're going to need to cheer for Z.
Come on. Are you doing that?
No, that's just a load.
Oh. I mean, that's a cool trick.
Come on, Z.
I mean, I'm going to do that when it's my
Pressure's
turn.
on. Pressure's on.
Pressure's on.
Got this, mate. Come on, Z.
I think you should reenact him falling from the sky like that.
I can't do it.
Why?
Well, I can't.
You're not very optimistic, Z, are you?
It's fine.
Now, if you have Steam or a PS4, you can add us. I'll try
It's giving you time
afterwards
to
to put our
play.
friend code in the YouTube so
Here
you
we
can
go,
play
look.
alongside us. When we play games like Fall Guys, Among Us, and other games, hopefully you guys can join in. Okay, here we go. Gate crash. So the way this works is there's lots of moving doors. They open, they close. Your job is to make sure you don't get stuck and get to the end. Get to
Come
the
on, you got
finish
it.
line.
You got it. I feel like we need a team name. You can come to the dark side, Lex.
The flourish.
Oh, the flourish.
Yeah. Go on, Z. Absolute racing, son.
Hey, it's over, it's over.
Come on, Z.
Go!
Come on, Z!
I didn't think I'd feel this intense about it.
Come on, Z.
I think they can hear us through that big.
Come on, Z.
Come on.
Let's go, Z.
Come on, come on.
Run!
Let's go.
Come on. No.
He's not done it.
Hey,
Come on, Z!
you shoot!
60 out of 10.
Come on, Z!
Time it, Z! Time it, Z! Time it, Z! Yes! Okay, so wait, what team you on? Tony's team?
Yes.
It's 1 point to Tony.
Proudly so.
We got to beat them.
Come on.
I don't know.
Stop being so negative. Do you want the slime?
I think it's good that we started with a qualification and not an elimination.
Oh, this is like different. Okay, okay.
If I get the rolling one, team game one, so you can beat your head.
Just. You got the C.
Alright, I'm gonna turn my mic back on.
You've really got
Use
some
Abalash, how confident you
We're
feeling?
already ahead.
Not confident at all, that's not very confident. Chris, how are we feeling?
I'm feeling reasonably confident.
Reasonably confident. Tony, how are you feeling?
Proper confident. We're in the lead.
What's this one? Oh, this is the memory one.
Done this one.
This is the memory one. You got to look at the screens. Yeah, remember the fruit. Look, and then on the screens it's going to show you what fruit's what. How's your memory, Z?
Terrible.
Just keep remembering.
What am I doing?
You got to look at the screen.
You've got to look up at the big screen.
Look up. You got to look up the screens.
Ah.
Match the icons. The one you
Okay,
want.
you got to stand on the cherry.
Yeah. Stand
No,
on
no,
the
no,
cherry.
no,
Stay
push
there.
him
Stay there.
All right, get remembering.
Banana orange. Banana orange orange. Grapes. You're on grapes. Banana orange orange.
You got to see the screen. You got to look up. There we go.
How do you know? Banana.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, 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 yes,
Yeah. Look at all.
Okay, okay.
I've got them all memorised now. I feel like I bossed this now.
Come on, Z. Oh, there are more now. Come on, Z.
Yeah, but there's more fruit.
Banana. Apple.
See, because Z. That's hard.
You're on orange. Banana inside of you. Apple in front of you. Come on.
Grapes.
I don't know.
Oh, I didn't see grapes.
Follow the people. Follow the people. Follow the people. Right, if you could back out for a Z,
Good job, Z.
round over.
So we got 10 points, yeah? We got 10.
Got 1 point. Right, that means we need a member from Team Lexi.
Team Lexi.
Okay. So we're gonna vary up. Give it the white. Give it the white.
A little bit of anti-back.
All right, Abalash, how are we feeling?
See, they put their best
You said you
player
weren't
forward
confident.
first.
How confident are you now? Right, if you haven't shared this video yet, make sure you share to your
Oh, I'm gonna
Facebook,
share it,
to your
actually.
Instagram, text your friends, Extraordinary Youth. Make sure you are a part of this, tuning in, interacting. It's so easy. It's easier now than ever.
I'm
isn't
doing it right
to share
now.
with your friends.
It
All you
is.
got to do is text them. It's so easy. Like bringing someone to youth is nowhere near as easy as this. This is the easiest you'll ever get it.
Yeah.
This is the easiest I'll ever ask you to invite your friends. All right, we got Pete in the lobby ready.
Oh, no.
What are you doing? Press RB.
RB, what's up?
You got it. Top the bumper. The bumper. All right, I'm gonna do it for you. I'm gonna do it for you.
I already lost.
I'm
Right,
ready,
just
Lord.
press A.
Come on, you got it.
There we go. There we go.
So E.
Pete, how did you do on that one? Maybe drop us a comment.
X to dive and then RT to grab.
And left analog. No, this one. That one. That's grab. All right, the whirly gig. This is a hard one.
I hate this one.
You got this.
Whirly
You just got to
gig.
get to the end. It's a race.
This one's, I'm the biggest fan of this one.
Make sure you like
Good
and
one, Chris.
subscribe to
Good
the
one.
video.
Let's make sure we like and subscribe.
Get sharing.
That's fighting
Why
talk
is this
there.
shaking? Why is this? It's vibrations. You got it, mate. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go.
You can do it. No, it's not my
Oh, he's already fallen.
Constantly jump. Constantly jump.
A to jump.
Yeah, look at that.
X to
Press
dive.
it. Press it.
Ready?
Don't
Jump.
press it then, Abelan.
Yes, Abelan.
Oh, he's right. Oh,
Look, if you can
he's
play
done
worship,
it. You're taking it.
if you can play worship, you can do this.
Jump.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta look where you're going. You can't see. Right, RT, jump, jump and grab, jump and grab, jump and grab. Jump and grab, yes!
Come on, you can do
Right,
it.
jump and dash, jump and dive. Keep going.
You got this.
All the
Come on,
other-
Avalash, you
all
got
the
it.
other wolves
Dive,
have
dive,
got-
dive.
Pushing him out the way.
You need to look where you're going. You need to look up.
Go, you got this.
And looking up, right? With the
Go
analog
down the
stick.
middle. Go to the side. Go to the side. Yes. Don't go down the middle. Go to yes. There we go.
Yeah, remember to jump.
Jump.
Jump dive.
Oh! Keep going, keep going. You can do it.
Remember to jump and dive.
Jump dive off it.
Oh, it's getting tense now.
Damn.
Oh,
Jump and dive.
oh. Cool, you're getting a bit good at that.
So good. I'm watching it online.
Yeah. Come on, you got this. Great. Come on. Come on. 20 people. Come on. Go. Jump dive. Jump dive.
How many times are you allowed to die?
Come on. Come on. You got this.
Until all qualified to finish. Sorry, how many points have they got? Oh, no.
That was rubbish.
Decent start.
Right, I'm gonna anti-back.
Anti-back,
Right,
anti-back.
Tony. Who are you
Yes.
sending up?
Right, is Natasha
Here's
on
what
my
I say.
team?
Whoever's doing the worst, I'll sub in for
You're
their
right.
team. Try and help.
Come on.
Tassie,
Come
you're up.
on. You've got this.
Come on.
Come on, repping for the girls.
It's alright, no,
I
Natasha's
wonder who
fine.
Pete was in that.
You
like, if
stay,
Pete passed.
I'll sort that. Beth, can you go and open the door, please?
I wonder if Pete made it through.
You ready?
Wolves just.
Alright, hit A for ready.
Come on, you got
I
this.
think Pete's spectating, so just wait for a second. And Pete will hopefully join us.
Just you wait. Just you wait.
Pete's been in every round that we've been in, so make sure you keep an eye out for Full Guy 5869, because that's actually Pete. Pete Phelan, one of our sitting room leaders. He's playing with us. If you want to play with us, we'll give you the Steam account, not tonight but after. Okay, Pete's ready, let's go.
Bear in mind it was your first time.
They could join, but I feel like setting it up now might be a little complicated. But I think what we'll do is we'll give out our Steam account for next time, so that we can all play together.
Sick.
What we've got coming up is we have small groups coming up next week.
I don't really like
Where we'll be
super
playing Among
negative.
Us, so make sure you download that game.
Yeah, make sure you do.
Among Us.
And get practicing this week.
Yeah, I've actually not played it yet. So
Haven't you?
no.
Among Us.
Alright, here we go. Moments. Come on, Natasha. That's it. A to jump.
You haven't got this, Natasha.
Come on, Chira. It's
No,
your
none of that. None of that.
Let's go.
You're not going to win. You're going to lose.
Block him out,
on,
Natasha.
Natasha.
Block him out.
Come on, Natasha.
Come on, you've got this.
Come on,
Not gonna
Natasha.
work. You've
It's
missed
all about
it.
timings.
Come on, Natasha.
They're on the other team. They're on the other team.
Slow it. Oh my days.
You've got
Come
this.
on. Go on.
What's in the hair?
I think it's important that you know this, that God loves you,
Hey!
Natasha. How many times you mess up at Fall Guys? Oh my days. We started so strong.
Yeah.
We started so strong with Z, and it's just all falling apart. Okay.
Who is up next?
I love this little guy. He's like, look at him.
Ade?
Oh, Ade. Are you confident?
Alright, Ade. So, a little bit of context. Ade is a pro gamer. And so, if Ade doesn't win, there's a lot of reputation that's going down the drain.
Disclaimer, this is my first time playing.
First time playing this
yeah.
game,
Yeah.
but is apparently a pro gamer.
Yeah,
Alright, ready up, let's do this.
Come on, Ade.
Let's get cheering.
You
got this, Ade!
Honestly.
You're gonna fail. You're gonna fail.
Let's go again. No, I think it was we lost Pete. And Pete fell. And now he's a
Oh.
full guy.
I mean, that was a full guy.
Sorry, Pete. We're gonna continue. We love you.
So sorry, Pete.
He left. He left the building.
Pete fell. Shout out to anyone who's just joined. We are Extraordinary Youth. We love God. We love you. This is what we do. We have fun. We live extraordinary lives.
Hey.
And,
Fun is a
if
big
you've never
part
been
of
a part of
that.
this, I know you're going to want to. Just stay tuned, you're going to love it.
Right, who's
Just
up
read the
next?
comments. Pete got kicked, apparently.
There's like, no. Biff's ready. I feel like we need to save
DoorDash.
Biff. Because he's
No, this
probably-
is just luck. This is just luck, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's luck.
Just follow the crowd. Look, we never advise follow the crowd.
Don't follow the crowd.
But in this instance, follow the crowd.
Oh my goodness.
Follow the crowd.
Oh my
Follow the
goodness.
crowd, Ade.
What is it? What's this one?
Right, so there's some real doors and there's some fake doors.
Hey, this is luck.
You got it, Ade. Just let them go first. Follow the crowd. And follow them.
You got this, Ade.
You don't got this.
Just jump
You don't got
over,
this.
jump over the doors. Alright, let them go first.
Don't follow the crowd.
Yeah, on the right, on the right. That's it. That's it, Ade.
Come on, you got this.
Yes, in the middle. In the middle.
City's concentrating hard.
Ade.
Oh,
Come on, Ade.
Oh.
Come on, there's not 40 people. That's about 39 people. I reckon you can make it.
Yes, I
Got this. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Ade. Come on, Ade. No! Come on, Ade.
Come on, you got this. You got this. You got this.
On the left. Right, now time your jump. You've got to time your jump. Alright, don't mess this up. Oh, you don't have to time it. Run. Use the hammer. Use the hammer. Use the hammer.
It's fine. It's
Ade,
fine.
jump. Alright, hit B and then hit A so you can quit.
round over.
What is this?
This game is rigged. This game is rigged.
No.
I think that the title pro game is still up for grabs.
It's the pigeon costume.
Digress, come on.
Alright, we're gonna equip the pigeon costume.
Yes.
Hey!
Pigeon.
Pigeon. Wow, wonder pigeon.
Oh, I don't know. Alright, just press A. Alright, Beth, you're up. Big moment. Come on, Beth. So this is Tony's team. Right, so currently,
Tony's
it's just
team.
1-0.
Hey! 1-0's enough to win.
1-0. How many people have you got left on your team?
Biff
Biff
and me.
and Lex. How many people have you got left? Chris, Nat, and yourself. Right.
I mean, that's
Beth's
unfair.
going right now.
We started. Ah,
Come on, Beth.
come on, Beth.
Come on, Beth.
Just chill.
Beth, if you qualify, you
You
double
stop
your team's lead.
chill. What happens if we qualify?
So you'll double your team's lead. You'll be on 2 points.
Huh, come on. Come on.
Pressure's on, Chris. I know that you put it in the locker to qualify. I've seen you do it.
Trouble is, I think Chris is like their Chris is actually going to just
And Lex can qualify too, but I don't think she'll
out.
be pressure this time.
The pressure might be too much and it'll just crumble.
Here we go, Beth.
Navigate
Here we go,
the
Beth.
obstacles and
You're not
ways.
going to win.
Alright, let's give her advice. Give her advice. Let's help her out.
Press B. Press B.
Don't press B. Don't listen to them.
Biff's advice
Right, look,
is
change
get
your
to the
view. Look
finishing
down,
line.
that's it. Right, now, jump down the pipes. Jump down the pipes. Yep, jump. No, jump down. All right. Or do that. Yeah. Come on. Keep running.
Yeah, because it's so slippery, it's actually better.
All right, now work your way through the fans. Come on. Just work your way through. Squeam. Squeam. Squidge and squeam.
You got this. Yes.
You got it, Beth.
Come on, man.
Oh, you want to
You got it.
run
Everyone
now?
run through the door. Right, dodge the wrecking balls, Beth. Dodge. Yes! Dodge the hammers. You just got to dodge the hammers. You just dodge the hammers. Don't jump. Just run. Don't jump. Jump into those. Don't jump. Come on, Beth. You can do it. Jump it. That's it.
That's it.
You can do it. Right, let's see who's up.
Did you qualify?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
I'll give it a go.
Lex, if that's you, you've got to exit quick before we spectate. Quick wipe down. That's fine. You've got time for a wipe down.
Right. Let's get this done.
Who said that?
We don't
Picking on
speak
his
fear.
wife now.
Alex,
Shoot, this is wife.
Oh my days, this youth team. Diabolical.
terrible behaviour.
What is this?
You should just spectating, so you got to leave.
I gotta leave, but I can't yet.
You hit pause, I think. That's it.
I just had to wait until it started.
Stay on, really.
She wasn't playing.
No, she was spectating.
That was so close.
So it's still 1-0. Still 1-0, but this could
I feel like you
Come on, team. I'm really hoping.
Come on, Lex!
Come
Don't listen to the thing that they say. Listen to us. Our
Yeah.
voice is.
I think there's time for me to have a go.
I need to let me have a go.
I think I just play for Extraordinary Youth, you know.
Yeah.
I'll
do that.
I'll represent them and see if I can win.
Okay.
You could all get
I'll tell you what, if you win more than both of our teams, you let one of the youth comment and nominate a Gunji.
a Dundee.
Yeah, out of both teams.
Alright.
So if you beat both of our points,
But he will. You can't do that.
No, I might not. I might bottle it. I bottled
yeah,
it.
you might, yeah.
Last time.
Probably won't bottle it.
Oh, you're
might
starting
not.
me off with this.
Oh, that's good. Patience is the key.
You got
Right,
this, you
so
got
the way
this.
that this game works is there's some seesaws,
Oh.
and obviously if you stand too much on one seesaw, it tilts, right? So you got to get from one side to the other. But there's 60 other people trying to do the same thing, so they'll tilt the seesaws. It's quite annoying.
We played on something similar to that in Great Yarmouth, like a giant one, and all the kids in the middle of the woods run on it, and they all have to charge one end to the other to flip the. Yeah, it was sick.
Let's go. Now comment if you. Comment if you'd like to see us do a real life Fall Guys.
Wait. Now.
Hey, I'm up for
I
that.
reckon we can do a real life Fall
I
Guys.
reckon, yeah.
Youth. When we're all back
Like
in the
total
building.
wipeout.
Yeah, we'll just change. She can't handle the pressure.
What is going on?
I gotta wait.
Okay,
Come
go.
on, Lex, I believe in you.
Jump and dive.
I know you
jump
got
and
it.
dive.
Left. All right.
The blue one.
You got to jump.
I'm
You have to jump.
I'm jumping.
Now.
Yeah,
Go.
now.
Yes. Jump and dive.
Jump dive. Yes. That's a checkpoint. So she's made one checkpoint. There's two more. Oh, a bit eager. Yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
wait a
look at
second,
them all falling. Don't go too early. Patience is the key.
Okay.
Patience is the key. They're all going to wipe out. I can feel it. It's a wipeout.
No, we haven't won this one.
Yeah. You got it. Yeah,
on.
you got it.
Come on,
Be
Lex, you got
confident.
this.
Be confident.
Jump.
I want to be that. How do you get to be a different?
This is
Like, you
ridiculous.
see, like the different animals.
I think I'm lost of it.
Oh.
Jump and dive. Jump
We're
and
a
dive.
new account, so we've only got the wolf. We've got that little wolf.
Alright.
Jump yet. Okay, go now. Go.
That guy's a pirate.
Go.
I want to be the pirate.
I want to be the little dinosaur. I
Thanks,
think.
team. I appreciate the support.
Balance it out. Now jump
Jump and
dive.
dive.
You've got to jump dive.
Go, jump.
Yes.
checkpoint.
Last hurdle. Oh, this is different. This is different to what I played. This is easier. This one's easier. Yeah, you got it, Lex. Yeah, you got it. You won't make that. You won't make that. You won't make that. Run back. Run back. All the way down. Oh, left. That is 1 point.
That was so difficult. Oh, I'm sweating. Thank you.
That's so lucky.
I know, right?
So is it now 1-1?
Who's calling hacks? Anyone?
Yeah. It is 1-1, people.
Come on, Lex, you got this.
Yeah, it's 1-1.
You've still got to go, Biff.
If Lex wins
We
now,
could
she
win it back.
Really bridging the gap. Hoarders, keep the balls in your area to earn points for your team.
Okay.
You've got to push loose. What's this one?
You've got to keep the balls on your side. It's like, you know that balloon game?
Yeah, we're playing church. You look it.
I feel like
But
there's
you've
a
got
lot of
two
grabbing
It's
in
that
this.
game.
Constantly try and get balls. Don't
Right,
make
yellow
sure they
balls.
stay in yours.
You got to keep the yellow balls. Make all the balls yellow.
How do you make them yellow?
You just got to push them in. You just got to push them in.
Oh, right. I
Push
see.
them in.
No, yeah.
Yeah, keep going.
Go on, you got
Steal
this.
it. Steal it. Steal it. It's like Mission Impossible.
Unknown territory.
You got this.
She's a thief.
They're not defending. Let's go, yes.
Ah, that's poor defense.
Yes. On the
Come on,
attack.
team.
Yeah, jump.
Teamwork.
Yellows is the teamwork. Yellow's turning the tables.
Look, they
Knock it all the
actually
way. Defend it. Now just keep it in there. Oh, no. Keep it in there. Yes. Oh my days. Reds have absolutely
Don't fight
stolen.
over one ball constantly.
Reds have stolen all of Yellow's balls. No, you do.
Yes,
One
you do. You've got this, Lex. There's so many yellows there. You've got this.
No, you do.
Keep pushing it. Go on.
Come on.
Jump.
Jump and dive.
Jump and dive and hit
Yes.
it.
Come on, team.
Go. Keep getting there.
I
Yes.
feel like the pressure
Blues
is
now,
too
the blues.
much. Like,
Pressure's huge.
it's
At the
insane.
moment,
in
red
the
are
street.
losing. You've got this.
I think either way.
Keep stealing the red. Keep stealing the
Still
red.
Reds. Still Reds.
Keep
Why
stealing
not?
red.
Because Reds
Oh,
are losing.
Oh, you got to make them lose. Okay.
Yeah, you got to make
Yeah,
Red
keep
lose.
stealing
Then they'll
the
get
red.
eliminated.
Oh, 5,
Steal that ball.
4, 3.
3, 2, 1.
No, you both get eliminated. No! You got a point, Mo.
Well played.
You got a point. Congratulations.
You're right.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Babe, come on.
Okay, who's up?
The team needs you. This is your
Or you
moment.
and Tony?
Don't put it left. Don't put it
No.
left.
You two to go left.
Yeah. Let him go. Do you really need to do shoelace? Come on.
Alright, so you're going to have to hit B and then A to go back to the menu.
Make sure you press B, B to jump.
So you need to find your competitive spirit. And look, what's this?
This is not me.
Oh,
I've completely and utterly shouted my throat away.
I know. Mine was still full started now. I'm like,
I feel away a little bit. I feel like I don't want to shout over the machine.
chill.
Alright.
Like you can't control what you're
Are you on the memory game?
No, it's just spectating.
You just got-
You got to hit B and then A. Yeah, that's it.
Come on. Limber up, babe. Limber it.
Motivational speech for Natalie when she plays.
You owe me a foul. Come on. I believe in you, Biff.
We're hunting down.
So you play earlier in the practice round and I don't.
What would be your ideal
My very
round?
unbiased opinion. My unbiased opinion.
One? What's your ideal round? One I can win.
Yeah. That's what I'm going for. I mean, you could win it all.
Come on.
You would completely win it for your team. Good, yeah. If you won it all, that's
If you
it's
won,
over.
who would you gunge?
Biff, this is
I'm
a
less-
word.
Oh.
Ade, programmer over there.
Ablash said he doesn't want to dance with me on my birthday, but he said he's not going to celebrate with me. So if you win, Biff, Ablash gets gunged.
Here we go, DoorDash. Is it just luck?
Feeling
Is
confident?
it just luck?
Yes, it's luck. It's luck.
Is it just luck? That's what he
Lead
said.
away into the doors. Yes, no skill.
Oh! Takedown. That was a deliberate takedown to my team, I think.
Take away a point. That was
Lead
nice.
away into the doors.
That was my bad catch. My
Oh,
bad catch. Left hand.
come on, Biff.
That's my luck. Biff, you're gonna lose. You're gonna be the worst player.
Probably Biff.
Biff, you got it. I believe in you, Biff.
Chris understands how
Lead away
competitive
into
I
the
am.
doors. Just jump into the doors.
And he knows how much pressure is riding on him winning this because I'm terrible.
Zone them out.
There you go.
It's like you're at
Grab
goals.
people.
You're down 1-0. You just got to focus. Get the ball in the back of the net.
It's a sofa. It's a sofa.
You
Goodbye.
have to carry the doors. You have to carry the doors.
Yeah, you gotta pick them up and carry them.
Ignore him, babe. Come on.
Lost. If you're
You've got it. Do you want me to come around and get a shot?
You've got
I
this.
don't believe
I've got this.
You've got this.
You got it.
This. I have got this.
You've got it.
I have got this.
On the right. On the right.
I have got this.
Go on, run. Just run.
Come on, son. Come on, son.
Just run. Come on,
Come
Biff.
on.
Come on, Biff.
Winner! Come on!
It's my guy.
so easy for him. He just ran in for me.
I thought you was a pro gamer, bro.
Biff, that was a little bit
Too easy, son.
Why was that so easy?
Come on.
All right, that puts
Bag another
Tony's
point.
team on 2 points
Oh,
total.
come on.
It's 2-1.
Potentially more points to come.
Of course we've got more points to come. It's a
Hit
big
parade.
win.
Navigate the obstacles
Big,
and race
isn't
and
it?
finish line. This is one you can win. Just don't jump on the slime. That's the mistake I always make.
What, on hammers?
Yeah, don't
Just
jump. Just
walk.
run.
Just run. Just run.
Just run.
Just
Don't
run.
jump.
Risk it for a chocolate
Come on,
biscuit.
Biff.
Biff, stay on the poles.
See you later, mate.
Come on, Biff.
Stay on the poles. See ya.
Go on the pole.
He's smashing it. He's gone the right
Come
way.
on. Are you meant to swim in
Look at
that?
that little feathery butt he's got.
Give it a little shake.
That's the pigeon.
Hey, he's got the pigeon butt.
Pigeon. Oh, sneaky. You've done this before. Follow the
Come
streamline.
on. Come
Follow
on.
the streamline.
Come on.
No, I think he's
Yes,
I
Biff.
think he's just a pro gamer.
This way.
Go, Biff. Go, Biff.
Go.
You've lost it, Biff. You've lost it.
Go, Biff.
Don't
Don't get hit. Don't get hit. No!
Come on, son! Come on, son! Come on! Come on! Come on!
Yes.
Yes. Go, 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 go.
Time it.
Go.
Time it. Yeah, go round. Go round.
No.
Come on!
No. Yes.
That is an extra 2 points.
I'm actually ready for that green gunge. You ready? Yeah. Do you know what?
Let's
I
bro!
said, come on, who's going to celebrate my birthday? Abalash did this look.
Disgraceful.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner!
Feeling good.
Come on, mate. Another round.
Comment in the YouTube section. I'm having a look right now. Who do you want to see get guns from Lex's team? Who do you want to see have
What
guns?
is it?
Slime climb!
Slime climb.
Because it's 4-1. I'm just
Oh.
preemptively asking, you know.
Just in case.
Who do you want to see
we
guns?
win? Just
Let
in
us know in the
case.
comments.
Biff, jump into the slime.
Make
Come
sure you
on, Biff.
share, like and subscribe to the channel, share the video. Alright, the key is don't take any shortcuts. Don't take any shortcuts, that's it, all the way around.
That's a good tip for life, actually,
Good
isn't
round.
it?
Yeah, there's no shortcuts.
Don't take no
Not
shortcuts.
even in Fall Guys.
Not even in Fall Guys.
Go into the gun.
Ooh,
Come on, babe.
come on, slow and steady wins the race.
Yes, babe.
Alright, just time that jump. Lovely.
No, 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 no,
Yes! Oh, the
Yes.
dive! He's too clean! He's too clean! This is where I got to and I lost it all though. Somebody grabbed me. Oh,
Well should not give you any chance at all.
I've
Come
seen
on, you had a good
comments
run.
from
That was
Ade or
good, mate.
Abalash.
That was good. Hold on.
Malachi,
I
see
think we're
you.
about to see the other team get gunged.
Who's up next?
Come on, Natalie. Oh, I mean, you're not on my team, but I love you. So I'm still going to be like encouraging you.
I believe in you. You can do this.
I want to get it quickly. Ellis, what's the score? It's currently 4-1.
Oh, 4-1 was that? He's still my wife ago, yeah?
Your sister's watching. She just said, I can see you. Hi.
hope it's a good lobby. I hope it's a good lobby. Come on now, we've got this.
I think there is pressure.
I don't know what could happen. Natalie could go on a killer run when it all.
Natalie feels the pressure. Now I feel like Natalie's one of these people.
Do predictions, Ellis.
Are you like, if you feel the pressure, you just excel?
We're not on computer games.
Yeah.
Did you just say he's going to cry?
Stop it.
Wow. Abalash just like she's going to cry. Abalash, teammates.
Oh! Ablash just said Chris is going to crumble. His own teammate. His own teammate. You're literally nominating yourself for the gun.
Right.
Yeah.
Nominate Abalash
Yeah,
to
go.
get guns.
Yeah,
Bad
go.
team player.
Come on, game
Bad
crash.
team
This is a
player.
good one.
Bad team player.
This is good
Look,
one.
at least, look, you've got a pro gamer who wasn't very pro, and you've got a bad team player. Your team is falling apart.
You've got a pro gamer.
Here we go, Nat. Come on. Come on. That's it, Nat. You got it. You got it. You got it.
Come on, Natalie. Keep going up, keep going up. Middle.
It's just like traffic lights. They're bound to go green every couple of seconds.
The pressure is making me feel sick.
Middle ones.
Yeah,
Go
I
the middle
know.
ones.
Oh, Ellis.
No, I'm serious. The middle ones. Those ones take forever. See, look.
Come on, Natalie. Come on, Natalie. Go in the other door.
RT's what? Grab.
Natalie.
Oh, you scared me.
Alright, hit B, Tony, and then A real quick. That's it.
Tony's going to win this.
B to
Tony's
jump.
going to win
B
this.
to
Tony's
jump.
going to bring it home for my team. For our team.
Press A again, Tony.
Failing is okay, guys.
Failing is okay.
B to jump and Y to dive.
Winner, chicken dinner.
B to jump, white to dive. B
So,
to jump, white to dive.
B to jump, Y to
That's the
dive.
dive.
Don't listen.
That's the go
B to
forward.
jump.
B and Y.
Avalanche to get guns.
Grab, but you don't need it. You'll be alright.
Seeing it.
Who is voting up?
Don't listen to
Who
me.
is voting?
Harvey wants to know when we can play Fortnite. Harvey, you can play Fortnite with us. We will definitely do something. If you've got Xbox, PS4, we'll send you the details. Hopefully we can get a little
I need to
XY
win.
gaming session going on or something one night. Maybe we do like a...
Fortnite Pro dies first time.
Actually, Fortnite Pro.
No, you got this. You got this, Tony. DoorDash.
Abhishek.
Just go through the ones that are
Tell me
down.
he got like 30 kills.
No, Abhishek's trash.
Just watch where everyone else is going.
Abhishek, you heard it here
Come
first.
on,
Tony.
Tony. Another little point here.
Okay,
Another little
Tony.
point here. That's coming our way. Little point, Tony, right our way.
Tony, you've lost it.
Tony, this is your moment, Emily says.
Tony, you're not
DoorDash.
going to win.
Is it
Tony,
luck?
think negatively.
Is it luck?
It is luck.
It's not about, it's all about skill, mate.
on, Tony.
I just showed you it's all about skill, mate.
Which one am I?
No, you got lucky.
You're the wolf with a big arrow on
So
your
hold back a
head.
bit, let everyone go.
You got, yeah, that's it.
No,
You
don't
got-
let them
go
go,
a bit.
Tony. Just run into it.
Now,
Yeah, go, jump.
Oh, jump.
That's it.
Wait, Tony, wait.
On the left.
You've lost. You're lost. You're lost.
Come on, Tony. You got this, Tony.
It's over.
You got
Jump
this,
off the
Tony.
thing.
I feel like they're not obeying pro-life regulations in this game. Look at them all. Squishing
Tony.
through the door.
Tony, run into the
Yeah, on the
doors.
left.
Run into the door.
Run into the doors.
On the left.
Yeah, there we go. Run into
Don't
the
listen to them,
doors.
Tony. Don't listen to them.
Come on, Tony.
Distracting
Come on,
you.
Tony.
Run into the doors. Come on.
That's it, Tony. Go on, Tony. Come on, Tony.
On the right, on the right.
Come on, Tony.
Middle.
Yes, Tony.
Yes, Tony.
Middle.
Come on, Tony.
You can make it, I believe.
Run into the doors, Tony!
Come on, Tony.
You can make it.
Go on, Tony.
Run! 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 Just run! Just run! Don't jump! Run! Run!
Yes!
Yes! You are getting gone!
I can't get.
Right, what do I do now?
There's no leaving. But we do need a bin bag.
Just wait. We do the next round.
In the clean
Okay.
5-1.
There's bin bags.
5-1.
Okay. Calm down.
5-1 to our
Oh my
team.
gosh, I'm gonna get
5-1.
All got a bit overexcited.
Chris, you're going to have to pull something out of the bag and out of someone else's bag to win this. Seesaw,
This is the one Lex was playing.
Come on, Tony.
I've got really
Patience is a virtue.
You can do this.
No, it's not.
Ace
Just
to
run
jump.
into it.
Ace to jump and X is to dive.
No, B is to jump.
Don't listen to
Y
Chris.
is to dive.
Don't listen to Chris. Come on, Tony.
B is to
Come on,
jump.
Tony.
B is to jump, Tony. Listen to me. I'm being
Keep going,
sincere.
keep going, keep going. Keep going, Tony.
B is to
Zone
jump.
everyone out, zone everyone
B
out.
is to jump.
Hold out a bit, hold out a bit.
Come on.
Hold out a bit, hold out a bit.
Run into the
That's it,
closed
go.
doors and now B is
Go
to
into
jump.
X is to dive as well.
No, Y is to
Well done, Tony,
dive.
well done. You
Right,
got it, Tony.
Tony.
Oh,
I know.
No, jump and dive. Yes, Tony, come on, Tony. Come on.
Oh, how's that work?
Tony, jump off, jump off, jump off.
Keep going, you're right.
I think she's
You're
not
right.
going to make it through this.
Come on, Tony. Come on, Tony. I
over.
believe in you.
Tony, jump
Tony,
off,
I
jump
believe
off.
in you. I believe in you.
So Chris, just for context, right? They're on 5. You guys
Jump
are
and
on
dive.
Which means
X, the X is the dive, so when you jump and then dive forward.
you're tied.
Yes,
In
Tony.
the 4th round, you win. So you go all the way. You get up to 4
Yes,
rounds.
Tony. Come on. Come on.
So it's still winnable.
Yes, Tony. Come on, Tony.
No!
Ooh, keep going.
Then we get Z. If we win, we're getting you.
Yeah, Tony. Well done.
That's only if
Up
I
onto the
win.
blue. That's it.
In
Yes,
case you
Tony.
wonder,
Yes, Tony.
we're watching on a projector, that's why we're all looking up there. But yeah, because Full Guys is only one tiny
Off the
screen.
edge.
Jump off the edge, jump off the edge, jump off
Yes,
the
Tony.
edge.
Come on,
Jump off the
Tony.
edge.
Come on, Tony.
Come on, Tony, jump off the
Still
edge.
do it.
Come on, Tony. Come on,
You
Tony.
can still do it, Tony.
Tony, you gotta jump off the edge to win. Come on, you can do it. Jump off the edge. Go on.
a
Go on, just go for it.
Yeah, just patience.
shove that down
Patience.
below.
That's it.
Ah.
Patience. You can make it. Jump it. Blue or yellow.
It doesn't matter. It's 5-1. Chris is going to pull something big out here.
Just to make it clear, Chris has to win.
Thank you guys. That was
Basically the
fun.
whole game.
I feel like we need to get that game at home for practice.
Bottle for them to win. So because each point is double to a router.
Pro gamer. Yeah, next
Third round's
game.
worth 4 points. So if Chris gets through the third round, his team wins.
Best luck.
You're getting gone. You do it.
Best of luck, Chris.
If he wins, if you want
Yeah, you're gonna need it because we're like literally we're smashing it.
sanitising.
Chris, say stuff discouraging. I just imagine a white noise machine.
Great.
you take
Keep
a seat.
imagining that because I'm gonna be right here. Keep saying it.
Rub off the anti-back.
Right, Chris, let me just put it this way, right? I heard today in a leadership podcast that leadership is like pressure.
Yeah.
Like a submarine.
Yeah, it's like
the
a submarine.
pressure inside has to match the pressure outside. Chris, you're a young leader. This is a moment of pressure. The pressure in you needs to match the pressure outside. The pressure to succeed. You got this. I believe.
Pressure in the key.
Actually, that was all Chad Beach. I was listening to Chad Beach today. Check out Leadership
Other
Reading by
leadership
Chad Beach.
podcasts are available.
Just gotta stay calm. Say calming things. Calming things.
Just zone out. Just zone
So if
them
I
out.
want to play this at home, do I have to? What do I play?
Visualising
on the computer?
Jurassic Park
Or
or
a
Super
PC,
Park.
yeah.
Ooh,
If you've got a fast laptop, you can do it.
have you seen my laptop?
Yeah,
Yeah, I do.
Or staff meeting on Tuesday, we sneak on.
It's research.
We're doing
Research.
youth work.
I'm glad it was the bottle.
I'm actually feeling a bit stressed for you.
I am.
Okay, all quiet. No, actually, no, don't be quiet.
No, we'll be quiet. We'll be quiet.
Look at that dinosaur.
Come on.
Play Ducky Ducky.
Oh, yeah.
I've already got the odds on this quiz.
You got the ducky.
Don't listen. Slow down.
Come on, Chris.
Here we go.
Go, go, go.
You're gonna learn.
You've got
Oh,
this.
he's off to a terrible start.
You've got this.
Oh,
Go,
wrong
go,
way,
go,
wrong
go,
way.
go.
He's
Yeah.
down.
Yes.
It's actually very good.
Come on, Chris.
You got this. Come on.
Come on, Chris. I
I
believe in
believe
you.
in you.
I believe in you, mate.
Come on.
I believe in you. Pressure
You're so
inside,
good at
remember?
this. You're
You can
so
handle
good
it.
at this.
He's literally
handle it.
knocking everybody out.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Go, 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 go,
His
go.
face up.
You can handle it. I believe.
You can handle it. Chris. Go, 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 go. Yeah. Woo. Chris, off feet.
Come on, Chris.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Go, go.
Keep going, Chris.
Come on. Come on.
That's a glitch. No, he didn't jump.
Jump, jump, jump. Yes.
No, you
Go.
didn't jump.
It's not Wreck-It Ralph.
Come on.
Come on, Chris.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah. Go,
Chris.
go, 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 go.
You made it. You've made it. You've made it. You've
Go,
made
go.
it.
It's 1 point. It's 1 point.
That's good. We got this. Get us our points back.
It's 5-2. He's got to win.
Chris, what's that?
All right, Chris.
That was
Now
brilliant.
5-2. If you win the next one, it'd be 5-4.
That
I'm
was
so
brilliant.
sweaty.
The pressure
You got
has
it.
just gone
was
to the
brilliant.
next
You got it,
level.
Chris. You got it, mate. I believe in you.
Don't
Let's
be
see, what are you going to get? Are you
Don't
gonna
be
lock
honeycomb.
Has
down?
anyone commented
Don't
who
be
they want to see
honeycomb. More
gunged?
teams.
Yeah, we've had Abalash or Ade.
Don't be honeycomb.
Oh, yeah.
in the,
Good
in the
choices.
gun. You'll have to stay around to the end to watch them.
To see the gungy
Right, if he
gunge.
does the memory game, we'll have to try and give him some.
I'll get first.
I didn't get any hands.
Whirly, you can do this too. You got
I'm not a fan of this game.
You've got this, Chris. You've got this.
I'm so sweaty. I'm so sweaty.
You've got this, Chris.
You got it, Chris.
I hope you're not so sweaty you're going to drop the controller. That would be a real shame.
Come on. You know what you're doing. 3.
We're not your fans.
Come on. Go, 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 go.
Come on, Chris, you got this.
Oh, of course he did.
Yeah, this is great.
Just
calm.
Attacking.
Just calm
Yes.
this.
Attack.
Come on.
Yes.
Into the wire. Good.
What's
Yes.
the song?
Yes.
Go, Chris.
Go, go. Yes.
That's a man. That's a man empowered by the Holy Spirit.
Yes.
It's the grab. It's the jumping. Oh!
Oh!
He's insane. Come on, Chris.
He's actually good, isn't he?
Come on.
This is what happens when
Yes, yes, go.
you get locked
Come on,
down
Chris.
with only video games to
Love
play
that.
and nothing
Love
to
that.
do. Dodge!
That's
it.
You had to dodge
You got
that.
it. You got it. That's good. That's good. To the side. To the side.
You're safe, you're safe.
To the left.
Everything you own in the box to the left.
Just in time to get swiped down.
Yeah, that's good. Yes. Come on. Yes.
Yes,
You're doing
Chris.
so good.
Jump.
Is
Make
it
sure you remember the
Marty
jump.
Dunk? Swing. Blah, 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 blah.
Come
Make sure you
on,
remember
Chris.
to jump.
Come on, you got this. Hey, you still got it. You still got it.
Oh, the pressure. The pressure
it's
is
over.
getting to him.
No, come on, you got it.
unfortunately-
Keep trying. Keep
Five
trying.
places left. Oh, 3, 2, 1. Come on, team. Let's have a socially distanced victory
That
dance.
means Tony's team.
Double
Winning team.
Okay. Come on.
Right, if I can ask you guys
Come
to
on.
move round to the spectator zone. Abalash, can you hook us up with the right camera angle?
Oh, Lex, you've got a
And
vote
Chris.
to be gunged.
Ready, go.
Someone's voted to gunge you. No! How dare you?
You're getting going for it.
Abalash, can you hook us up?
Yeah, sure.
Oh. She just. go camera 1 for us. Just close that. Hit space. Woo, perfect. That's awesome, man. Okay. Alright, okay. So here's what needs to happen.
Where should I go?
What? Natasha, where are you going? Whoa.
Hey, and we're back in the room!
Crazy angles. Alright, so why don't we all take a seat? Me and Tony are going to do this new section, which is called the couch.
Hey!
Right, so
Couch without the couch.
couch with benches. Alright,
Hey.
just allow it. Karen, why don't you take a seat? So basically, this is a section, we're changing things up, and we thought we'd take this section to sort of tell you a little bit about how things are changing, and a little bit about just sort of good stuff, you know?
Good stuff.
About the good stuff.
The good stuff.
Yeah, the good stuff, right?
The
So-
good stuff chat on the
the
couch.
good stuff.
That is it.
That's what we're calling it. So the first thing that we want to announce and say is that we are bringing small groups back with a force.
Hey, with a big
With a
force.
force.
Like they are gonna be lit.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So basically, the way this is working is next Friday there's the women's conference on, and while that's on, we're all going to be zooming in our small groups.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be talking to the leaders tonight. They're all going to know who's in their small groups, and what we're going to do is we are all going to zoom on Friday and
Yeah.
play Among Us. So make sure you download that game, as well as like Scribble and just.
Scribble, yeah.
We're basically going to have youth in like smaller settings, but it's just going to be fun. And you're going to be with your mates, all right? So I don't know if you had much time to catch up with your mates, but this will be you and your mates and us. We'll all be split into Zooms. And so make sure that when we reach out to you and text you, that you just tell us who you want to be in a small group with. Like,
Yeah.
we're going to try our best
To
to make
keep you and
sure
your
you're with
friends.
your people. It'd be weird if you was with like loads of strangers.
Yeah, that would be weird.
We're going to make sure it feels like family, feels like tribes. And
Yeah.
we're just going to be building relationships with you guys and doing youth in a smaller setting. And we're going to do this every week because we think that it's really important that you guys have a relationship with us and a relationship with God, and that we can actually talk. You guys can ask us questions. We can laugh together, play Fall Guys together. We can
Yeah, definitely.
almost like, you know how we used to have youth in the building. I know we can't be in the building, but actually we can still be together. And this
Yeah,
is how we're going to do
and
it. So
hang
you got
out.
any thoughts on that?
No, I guess it's kind of for us in Sittingbourne. We're going to be merging our Connect group. So we were running Connect group, which meant most of the guys that would have been in youth were in our Connect group. So we're going to be merging. Instead of doing our Connect group, we are going to be doing small groups. So make sure that you are in touch with your leaders, with your young leaders, and saying, get me in a small group, message us. Don't sit back and just wait and be like, oh, I wonder when this is going to happen. Message us, be proactive. Because we're not perfect. We've put a list together. You are in groups, but if we can tweak them and you want to be friends, then we'll do our best to do that, won't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Just know that the groups are flexible.
Yeah.
If you join a group and you feel like you want to join another group for whatever reason, you know, just give me or Tone a message. We'll make sure that you're in the place where, you know, you feel the most comfortable and you can have
Definitely.
a laugh. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is like, we're trying to create small family units, and that's the sort of goal, really.
Yeah.
And so the way that we're going to run things is we're going to still have Friday nights, and we're going to be doing stuff like this. We're going to be playing games. We're going to be laughing. We'll be doing cahoots and quizzes. But we're going to change the way that we do our preaches. We're going to be start including worship, and we're going to be focusing all of that around the small groups. So
Yeah.
here's what you need to do. You need to remember that every Thursday at 8 p.m. we're going to have small groups. Every single Thursday. Join us on Zoom. We're going to be laughing, chilling out. We're also going to be doing Q&As. But at Thursday at about 7 o'clock, just before small groups, we're going to premiere videos where we do our worship and our devotions, and small groups will be based on those uploads. So we're just basically going to record the worship, record the devotions,
Yeah.
and so make sure you watch them, tune in. The perks of that are you can rewatch it, you can watch it at any time, and that's what we're going to be talking about in small groups. And then after Thursday, we're then going to have our Friday night live, where we're going to be here streaming to you guys on YouTube, you know, having a laugh, people getting gunged, and also we're going to be unpacking what's been happening in small groups. And the point of every Friday is to plug you into small groups.
Yep.
So if you get sick of me talking about small groups, well, unfortunately...
Do you know how to
just
solve that? You know how
Yeah.
to shut him up? Plug in small groups.
plug into small groups, right? Because we want you to be a part of our family. We want you to
Definitely.
feel like you are XY. To be able to say, I am XY, XY is me, I'm an extraordinary youth, and I'm a part of this family. We don't want you to miss out. We don't want you to just be a viewer, but we want you to be a part of the family.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be talking about small groups, and we'll be doing this section, the couch, as well as many other sections where we sort of unpack last week's preach. We're going to unpack content. And so I thought we'd start it off.
Let's kick it off.
We'd start it off as we mean to go on by unpacking the amazing, amazing preach that Tony did last week. And it was incredible, and God really spoke to us. And so I'm going to ask Tony some questions. If you've got a question for Tony, put it down in the comments. Afterwards, Tony will be able to go through, reply to your messages.
Yeah.
She can reply and text you privately if you want to WhatsApp her. And we're just going to go through this little section.
Let's do it.
This little section.
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Scroll past the Fall Guys scores. Okay, so Tony preached from John chapter 1, verses 3 to 5, which says this: through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. You were talking about identity, weren't you, Tony? And
I was, yeah.
you talked about struggling with using the identity that you're a mum to stop you living out your calling as a youth pastor.
Yes.
I remember, she held up the mask. I've got this question for you.
Go on.
What are your everyday decisions to make sure you don't live behind masks? Like,
It's deep.
something you talked about, and something that you're struggling with, and we all struggle with, but like, what do we do every day to make sure we're not hiding who we are?
Absolutely. I think, going back to when I was sharing, like, hiding behind the mask of being a mum is so easy. So, like, when maybe some of our young people have texted me and said, oh, I could really do with hanging out, like, I need some advice about this. I'm like, no, do you know what? I'm just too busy because I've got the kids. When actually, it's a cop-out. You make time for what you want to make time for, don't you? And I get so busy and wrapped up in like the mum guilt of, I'm just going to stay at home because that's my comfort zone. And I think the same as being a mum is like my comfort zone, because I know that's one thing that I am good at, even on the days that it's hard. It's so easy just to go, okay, this is where I'm comfortable, so I'm not going to step outside of that. So for some of you, it could be that your comfort zone is knowing that you're good at just getting your head down and doing your grades. But what about the kid who's sitting next to you, who's being really quiet, and you know that in your spirit something's not right, and you're thinking maybe they're really lonely, but I'm just going to keep my head down because I know this is my comfort zone. I don't like talking to people. And so I guess hiding behind that, I'm a mum, I'm staying indoors, I'm making sure the kids have got their dinner, they're in their pyjamas, they've had a bath, they're going to bed on time. Sometimes it means stepping out of that comfort zone and taking them to the park, which means I'm still being a mum, but I'm taking that mask off because I'm being around other people, which is going to allow God to give me opportunities to speak to other people and say, like, this is what being a mum is, but actually am I speaking to my children kindly? Am I treating them in love? Am I replicating Jesus within my home? Because sometimes that's the hardest place to be Christ-like, isn't it? Yeah.
Totally. And I think, it was really good, Tony, by the way. Really good. I think for you guys, like, a really good takeaway would be to think about who I am as a student. I think one of the, specifically Dartford and sometimes sitting on things that happens is around exam time. Everyone sort of checks out because it's like, but I've got my GCSEs or I've got my A-levels, and suddenly who I am as a student prioritises way above who I am as a Christian.
Absolutely.
And I'm not saying that by focusing on your GCSEs you're not a Christian, but I am saying actually we should always be putting Jesus first, right? And so what Jesus wants for our lives is to be excellent in all areas, totally, but also is to be a part of his church.
Yeah, definitely.
And so if to do well in school, you're not being a part of church, I can tell you right now, actually you're not doing what God wants you to be doing. To follow God is to follow him always and at all times. In the busiest and craziest of seasons, is trusting God. God, I'm going to use my time, my little time. And it's like, you know how we talk about tithing, it's this principle in church of giving 10%.
Yeah.
A lot of people struggle with this because it's like, well, God, I've only got a certain amount of money and I've only got a certain amount of bills to pay. But God says, test me in this. And I found it in my own life when I had like barely any money for uni and stuff like that. I still gave to God, even though I couldn't afford to do it, and God blessed me. It's the same principle with your time. When you put God first in all areas, God blesses you. So you might think that by coming to youth for an hour or 2 hours, or being a part of small groups for an hour and 2 hours means you've got less time. But actually what it means is you're trusting God more with your time.
Yeah, definitely.
And when God gets a hold of your life and God blesses your time, suddenly you're doing more than you was when you had more time to yourself, when you weren't going to youth and you were using it to study. So I really encourage you, trust God with your education. Right?
Yeah,
if He's good enough to
absolutely.
keep you alive, if He's a good enough God to save you and to be like to rescue you when you're feeling broken and upset, to give you an identity and a purpose in life, guess what? He's good enough to get you through your GCSEs and A-levels and
so
uni and your career and finding a wife and a husband and all of that stuff. We trust God with every single area of our lives. So don't hide behind the mask of I'm just a student, or I've got GCSEs, or I've got A-levels,
that's really
or I've
good.
got to study, or I've got football, or I've got rugby. Actually, choose to live and follow God every day. I'm a child of God, and so I put His church first. I know that spoke to some of you.
Yeah,
and so
definitely.
write it down, make a change.
One thing I just want to add on that, last week you said about use what God's put in your hand. So for me, it is being a mum. Obviously having children was the choice of me and Chris, but it's what's in my hand. We have a house, so we like to be hospitable. But it's about, someone once said, broke it down like this in a preach, and it was really powerful. And we compartmentalise as humans, don't we? So there's church over here, there's school over here, there's friendship groups over here, my spare time over here is singled out just for me. And actually part of ministry and serving in church and following God is finding that wave of this is who I am, this is my characteristics, this is me and my exams, this is the season I'm in, and how in that season, with what's in my hand, am I going to serve God in this?
Yeah, really good, really good. Okay, well, I've got a second.
Come on then, hit me with it.
I don't know if you've got time for all of these points. I've really got some good points out of Tony's message. But you spoke about how you struggled with having an older sister.
Yep.
And how like you dyed your hair blonde because of Terry, right? And you went through this whole identity crisis where it wasn't just putting on a mask, but it was almost trying to be someone you knew. How do you avoid being a pretender? Like, how do you avoid, or how did you get over that kind of identity crisis? Because I think all of us have that person in school. I definitely did.
Yeah.
Where like, oh, they're cool, and you try and do what they're doing or act the way they're acting.
Yeah.
And actually, that doesn't work because that's not who you're supposed to be.
It's a really good question. I guess it wasn't strictly just Terry. Like you said, there was people in school that there's looking up to someone and thinking, well, I want to be like them in this way. Like, they're really kind. I want to be like that. And that's totally healthy. Like, God gives us people in community to say that characteristic is of God. Like, I know that's in the Bible. Jesus would have acted like that. I'm going to aspire to act like that. I'm going to pray that God helps me act like that. But I think in our human nature, we have this longing to just feel accepted. And you see someone else and you see that they are loved and people compliment them. Like, so for my sister, she's so pretty. And growing up, everyone would notice that she had a really pretty face. She's got beautiful hair. And I desperately just wanted to be noticed. That did obviously come from some self-worth issues. But I guess I got to the point where I was like, I'm never going to be Terry. And I went on this journey of, okay, so I'm not going to be Terry, so who can I be? And when you get to that place of who can I be, you need to turn the question around and say, no, who am I? Who has God made me to be? And it took me back to even little practical things, like I'd get up and I never liked my own reflection. Sometimes even now, my husband will tell you I'm the first one to pick the negatives about my skin breakout or I look terrible without makeup. And I'm being really vulnerable with you because I still struggle with this daily. So practically, get up in the morning, look in your mirror and just repeat truths over yourself. So mine was, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. God made me in His image and He doesn't make mistakes. So that was a big one for me. Or there's a verse in Jeremiah saying that I formed you when you were in your mother's womb. So God created me to be exactly who I am. And looks were a big thing for me to try and get over. And I suddenly realised, actually, it's not about what I look like. Because I soon learned that those people in my world that I looked up to, I never was shallow enough to focus on just their looks. But actually, I was attracted to their heart. And they all had a heart after God. And that's when something changed in me. And I thought, right, my self-worth is going to come from who God says I am. Firstly, practical tips, speak truth over yourself. Don't let the little, okay, so I've put on a few pounds in lockdown, who hasn't? But don't let that consume you. So don't let that consume you, and just keep speaking truth over yourself. Be accountable to someone. So when I broke that, it was very internalized. I've got to be like so and so, and then it become like a outward expression of who I was trying to be, and people picked up on it. They're not silly, but when I spoke about it, there was this freedom, like this. Okay, it's not holding me captive anymore, and there was that freedom of now I'm accountable. So what am I doing to find who I am? So some of you may go through like a identity crisis and think, oh, actually, what is my favourite colour? And that will change as you get older. So when I was younger, it was pink, it was blue, it's been red. Right now it's emerald. Like it's constantly changing. But things about you will change, and that's okay. And just keep discovering who you are in God, because it will change. But that's the beauty of God, that He's going with you on that journey.
Yeah, it's really good. I went through like a very similar thing when I was a teenager. I've always been a very confident person on the outside, but on the inside, I really struggle with wanting to be accepted. And I think that's something that a lot of us can relate to in the room. Everyone wants to be accepted, right? Like it's part of human nature. I remember spending all of my Christmas money on this really ugly Fred Perry t-shirt, just because I wanted to wear the same brand as everyone else, right? Who's been there, like the same trainers? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's funny, isn't it, how much like we see someone have something, and we think, I want that. What they've got, those Air Forces, give me. Those like Vaporflats, give me. Right, whatever they're wearing. It's funny, you don't. It's not like often that you'll see shoes on your own, make your own opinion about them in JD. Actually, you've seen somebody else wear them, and you know you want them because of what they had and what they've got, and how they looked, and how competent they were when they wore the trainers. And actually, I don't think that's healthy. I think we've got to look to God to understand who we're supposed to be. Yeah. God, who have you made me to be? And I've always envied people that didn't seek satisfaction from other people. And maybe there aren't those people out there. But I've always wanted to be someone that just understands who I am because of who God says I am. And I live the way I live because that's the way that God wants me to live. And it's something that I still struggle with today. I think it's something that I'll probably struggle with for the rest of my life. I'll probably struggle with wanting to be accepted. But it's an everyday decision. Yeah. Jesus, you accept me. You died for me, Jesus. I'm going to live for you. Just choose it. Jesus, you're the one that I'm accepted by. Yeah. You're the one whose attention I'm going to seek. You're the one who I'm going to spend my time with. You're the one whose Vapormax I'm going to look at. You know, it's putting Jesus as that person that you look to, and not having other people, celebrities, models. Everyone's human. They make mistakes. They're not perfect. But Jesus really was perfect, and He loves you. And so my honest advice when it comes to identity and all of those things, honestly, just look to Jesus. If you don't know who He is, you really need to get to know Him, because He changed my life. He changed Tony's life. In fact, He changed the life of every person you've seen on this stream. When we met Jesus, it was a game changer. Suddenly I went from being broken to being someone who has been made whole and is being made whole. I know that sounds a bit weird, right? But Jesus took my broken pieces and He put them back together. And He made me as, not like, you know, like when you like glue up a vase, you glue up a jar that's been broken. Like in my house, my dad smashed a jar. Mum's never noticed. If that was me, I'd have tried to glue the piece back together. And that's what people do. That's what people think. People use like different things as glue. Trainers, acceptance, a boyfriend, a girlfriend. They try and use different things as this glue to fix the broken part of them. But Jesus doesn't come to be glue. Jesus comes to make you completely and brand new, so better than you ever were before. And so if you're here and you're struggling with identity and what we've spoken about has touched you, I want to give you a moment to not just hear about Jesus, but actually to meet Him. Yeah. And the good thing is it's just you in your room. Maybe it's you and your sibling or whatever, but here's what we're going to do, just to create like some privacy, and even for us in the room. I want us all to bow our heads and close our eyes. We're just doing this so that it's a little bit more private, you know. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give an opportunity. If you feel like what we've said has spoken to you, you feel like you're someone that wants to be made whole in their identity, you want to know Jesus, you don't just want to be glued back together, but completely and utterly made whole, restored. You feel like there's a piece of you missing and broken. Jesus comes and He takes our broken pieces and He gives us a whole heart. If you want to know this Jesus, I'm going to give you the chance to respond to Him And that basically means to say, Jesus, if you're real, I want to know you. I want to have a relationship with you. And the simple way that you do this is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pray for you, if that is you. But to know who I'm praying for, what I want you to do, and just so that you can physically respond to Jesus, after I count down from 3, 2, 1, I want you to raise your hand. Just as a sign of like, yep, that's me you're talking about. Yep, Jesus, I actually want to know you in my life. So if that's you, why don't you raise your hand after 3, 2, 1. I thank you, Jesus, for every young person that's raised their hand. Every young person that is feeling broken. Jesus, I know that you're the answer. You take broken hearts and you make them into whole hearts. You take our sadness, Jesus, and you turn it into happiness. Jesus, you take our tears and our sorrows and our upsets and our mistakes and our shame and our guilt and our lack of self-worth. And Jesus, you give us a life that's worth living for. So Jesus, I pray for every young person that's raised their hand. Pray in this moment, as they say yes to you, that they would feel your presence. Yeah. Right now, where you are, young person, just feel this love. That feeling, that warmth, that's Jesus. That's the presence of God right now in your room. I thank you, Jesus, that you gave your life upon a cross. And when you did that, when you died, Jesus, it paid the price for all of our mistakes. Every time I've lied, every time I've cheated or done something wrong, Jesus, when you died on that cross, and I believe in you, you wash away all my mistakes. They're gone. Jesus, right now, all these young people that are saying yes to you, just know, young person, that your mistakes, they're washed away. It's gone. It's forgotten, like it never happened. In Jesus' name. Amen. Well, why don't we all come back around? That has been the couch. I hope you enjoyed it. Everyone's going to come back around. We're gonna get some music back on and change the camera angle because we're not finished yet. Tonight has been truly amazing, hasn't it, Tony?
Yeah, amazing.
It's been really amazing. But also,
I've loved it.
In that, just getting the music on, you know, DJ, entrepreneur, you know me.
DJ Ellis.
DJ.
Here we go.
Okay, so here comes the top all in. Oh, lovely.
It's nice little target in the middle there as well.
Nice little target in the middle. All right. So, I'm just going to have one last check of the YouTube comments to see who you think should be gunged. Comment right now. Comment right now from the losing team. From the losing team.
So is it the person in the comments with the most votes get gunged?
Yeah, the name I see the most in the next 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
The name I see in the next 10 seconds. It can't be me, I'm not on a team.
Oh, that's a
But
shame.
if I'm feeling nice, I might dive into someone.
You never know. You never know.
Okay.
Ade,
Alexa,
Alexa, 2 different people have said Alexa.
Hello, come on, please. No, don't.
Abalash.
Yeah, get the pro gamer.
Oh, Thomas Archibald. Alexa. Still a lot of
Okay,
Abalash.
I think the vote is unanimous. The persons getting guns is Ade and Abalash. We might need another bin bag. Lex, if you run for the bin bag, we'll get these guys ready. So, while these guys prepare for the inevitable, we just want to again plug small groups. We're doing small groups next Friday. Me and Tony will be in contact with you if you've given your number to youth. If you haven't, DM us on Extraordinary Youth on Instagram or extra_youth. If you're sitting born, extra_youth, I don't matter. I've got access to both accounts.
Just find it. Anywhere.
DM us. We want you to be a part of our family.
Yeah,
Here on
absolutely.
Friday nights. We love you. We think you're amazing. We believe that God has a plan for your life. And you are our brother, our sister. And we want to have fun together. And
build family.
build family. We
Hang
love you. We love you. All right? Simple. Plain and simple. You are accepted and loved. Okay, so
I'm so excited.
here we go.
Thank you for not voting me.
Hey!
Okay.
I feel like the bin bags are really kind.
The bin bags are kind.
Next week, I'm like, let's just scrap the bin bag.
Next week, no
The bin bags are kind. Okay, in the middle, boys.
I'm not coming in next week.
You're coming next week. In the middle, please.
I'm not coming next week.
Okay. I know you can't see it, but he's wearing no socks. All right.
Yeah, I'm wearing those socks.
Oh, look.
Why am I wearing socks then?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
I'm not gonna wear my socks.
Why don't we count down from 5?
Oh.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
They took it like absolute heroes.
Right, don't shake it too much. We don't want to ruin the church's carpets. Okay, well, that's been Extraordinary Youth. I hope you enjoyed it. We enjoyed it. And
I can't look on.
when I get
See
this
you next
right,
week.
or we will catch you next Friday.
Next
8 PM
Friday.
on Zoom.
At small groups.
I'm never coming in.